The story opens with our main character, Ellen. She's driving somewhere deep in the night, lost in her thoughts, while a sad song plays on the radio. It's already dark, but Ellen just keeps going, farther and farther down the mountain road. The song starts to annoy her, so she fiddles with the radio, looking for something else, and takes her eyes off the road for a moment. Suddenly, an abandoned car appears right in front of her. She slams the brakes too late, clips it, loses control, and crashes through the guardrail. Her head hits the steering wheel hard. She's out cold. We flash back to Ellen's past. She's on her very first date with a guy named Bruce. They talk, and Bruce lays out his worldview. The world is rotting. People are rotting with it. And when chaos finally comes and tears everything apart, he'll be ready. Ellen laughs it off, says that day is still far away, and there's still so much beauty in the world. After a few more dates, Bruce takes Ellen to a remote cabin his father built. He used to hunt here as a kid. That trip sparks something. Ellen feels drawn to him. They kiss. And soon, their passion takes over inside the little forest cabin. Cut back to the present. Ellen comes to after the crash, confused, looking around. She checks her phone. Of course, no signal. She grabs a flashlight from her purse and goes to check the abandoned car and find its owner. When she gets close, she sees shattered windows, broken glass everywhere, and blood on the seat. She follows a trail of blood with the flashlight. It leads toward the guardrail. Down below, a dark figure slowly emerges from the trees. Ellen thinks it's an injured person and calls out an apology, but when the light hits his face, she sees a hideous, pale gray mask of a face, and behind him, a wounded girl. The girl sees Ellen and screams for help. The gray-faced monster lunges at Ellen with a blade. She dodges and leaps over the guardrail. She tumbles down the slope and runs for her life through the woods, trying to lose the thing that's chasing her. He never slows down. She hides behind a tree, holding her breath. Back to the past. Bruce and Ellen are now a couple. Bruce is teaching her that the forest is full of things that can help you, things you can use in ways people don't expect. And then he does something unexpected himself. He proposes. Back in the present, Ellen calms herself and starts rigging traps with sticks and scissors. Everything Bruce taught her is coming back. One trap works. She wounds the maniac. Another flashback. Bruce keeps training her, now target shooting with a pistol. Then he says cities are getting too dangerous and heads off to train with his buddies. Ellen hates it. We see wedding photos, a photo of Bruce in his army uniform. Present day. Ellen digs a wolf pit, then crafts an arrow from part of the scissors and a branch, and builds a giant slingshot-like device. She hides everything in the bushes. She waits for the maniac. Instead, the kidnapped girl stumbles out first. Ellen can't stop her in time. The girl falls straight into the pit and impales her legs on the spikes. Her screams bring the maniac. He grabs Ellen. She fires the slingshot. The arrow misses him completely and buries itself in her own shoulder. She bolts again. She finds a creepy shack surrounded by crucified corpses with their eyes gouged out. Terrified, she runs inside. Flashback again. Ellen is fed up. Bruce spends less and less time with her and more with his psycho friends. He insists he's only preparing her for the terrible future that's coming. She tells him she's done and walks out. Present. Ellen wakes up tied to a pole, surrounded by dead girls. An old man named Buddy shuffles in. He's clearly unhinged too. He casually mentions there have been a lot of girls like her lately, and he's got plenty of work because of it. Ellen is horrified. He explains the monster is called Moonface because of his skin. Moonface hunts women and usually gouges out their eyes. Not always, but usually because they've seen too much filth and lust in the world. Ellen says she'll help him if he unties her. Buddy just laughs and shows her his own shackles. He's a prisoner too. Then Moonface walks in. He flips a switch, flames shoot up, sirens wail. He drags the injured girl from the pit, straps her to a table, and starts drilling out her eyes with a terrifying tool. She dies screaming. He crucifies her and hangs the body outside. Ellen looks for any way out. Buddy quietly tells her the arrow in her shoulder is the key and urges her on. Through agony and tears, Ellen pulls the arrow out and uses it to pick the lock on her cuffs. Buddy starts screaming and laughing. She's free. Moonface hears. The old man dances and sings like a madman. Ellen rips a board off the wall, smashes Moonface across the face, then clocks Buddy just to shut him up. A brutal fight breaks out. Ellen grabs a knife and slashes Moonface exactly the way Bruce taught her. She drives the blade into his chest and shoves him out of the window. He falls toward the ravine. He clings to a torn curtain. Ellen looks down and says, "Looks like your night didn't go as planned." She walks away. He loses his grip and drops. Inside the house, she finds a revolver and heads to her car. She opens the trunk. Inside lies Bruce's corpse. Final flashback. Bruce, drunk with rage, beats Ellen, throws her around the room, screaming that the weak deserve nothing. While he rants, Ellen grabs his belt, loops it around his neck, and strangles him to death. Back to reality. The siren blares again. Bound, Buddy watches in disappointment as Ellen calmly gouges out dead Bruce's eyes and crucifies him, calling him Uncle Brucey. She shoots Buddy in the head. Crucified Bruce joins the collection of eyeless corpses. Final shot, sunrise. Ellen drives away. She has let go of her past and become something far worse. Incident on and off a mountain road is one of the very best episodes of the entire Masters of Horror anthology. It starts like a classic survival slasher, then the final twist flips everything upside down and leaves a wicked aftertaste. The victim turns out to be far more dangerous than her hunter. Brutal, smart, dripping with black humor, and perfectly cast. For me, it's a solid 9 out of 10, and still the strongest kickoff the series ever had. Like and subscribe if you love horror that punches below the belt.